Alright y'all, so the Turbo Tero got an upgrade to class 3. That's what this video is about. But first, there's a fire down the street from my house, so I'm gonna go take some photos. Here are some of those photos. Then we'll get into the Turbo Tero class 3 upgrade. Let's go. So with this Turbo Tero upgrade, I feel like a lot of people think they're gonna unlock their motor, it's gonna give them more watts. That's not the case. See, I'm going up a hill right now. My cadence is about 70, and the bike's really no different than when it was class 2. So the difference between class 2 and class 3 is that the bike used to go 20 miles an hour tops. Now the bike will go 28. Now it's assisting over 20. I gotta start pedaling real fast. 90 to 100 cadence, but I'm holding 25. I'm gonna start going uphill, it'll drop a little. I'm giving it a pretty good effort. I'll put what my support and peak power settings are on the screen right now. I have them in a way that I can get full power in any mode, but it doesn't support me a lot. So I need to give it a lot of effort to get a lot of power from it. Again, right now we're trying to get somewhere, go take pictures of the fire. Another vendor, another bike lane. Sir, parking here is illegal. No! Boo! Okay, there's a roadblock. Damn, that's even before the first street that goes up to Dos Vientos, so we're gonna have to go around. Cool, alright GoPro, you're coming with me for a fun adventure today. Trying to get around the police roadblock. I think I know just the place to go and just the trail I want to go on to get some really good photos. Alright, so here's a good hill climb. I'm in Turbo, staying in town. I wish I could tell you what this grade percentage is. I'd guess like 5. Maybe 5, 4. It's not horrible. But also you can see the Tero, it's not just like a rocket ship, right? It's going to help you, but it's not going to just like throttle you up a hill, which is something I like. Still gotta work for it. Like, I'm still getting my heart rate up. My breath is still getting deeper. So it's good. E-bikes still get a workout on no matter what the haters say. I get good workouts on this e-bike. And it gives me the ability to choose how much effort I want to expel. So if I'm not feeling too into it, or you know, I'm tired, I need an off day, the e-bike's perfect for that. Alright, we got a downhill. Yeah, we're at 22. About 90 on the cadence is about where I peak out. So now I've hit 29, the motor has cut out, and I can coast. Check to see if the camera is rolling after this road. Just to be sure, yep. Good. So you can see I'm holding over 20. We're just holding 26. But again, with the stock gearing, if you want to go 29 a lot, it'd be smart to get a bigger front chain ring so that your cadence can go down, so you're not spinning like crazy while you're trying to go over 20. Say they put the gearing on this bike that works at 20, and they put the gearing on the VADO that works at 29. So if you want to upgrade your gearing, a good place to probably start is looking at the Turbo VADO and seeing what they put on that one, because it's the same frame, it's the same bike basically. Woo, we got green paint up here in Dos Vientos. That's new. I love me some green paint in town. All right. See, off the line, it jumps if you're in the right gear. See, I've trained myself whenever I get to a stoplight to downshift at least 3 gears, especially if I'm going real fast into that stoplight. Okay, so we are hoping for no roadblocks until the peak of this hill, which means I can get on a trail that will give me good perspective over the fire area. I mean, I'm going uphill now and it's holding over 20. I'm also giving it a good effort. Again, these are my motor settings. If they didn't reset during the update. Which I feel like these are my old settings. Feels like it. Some good firewood. Well, they got this fire knocked down pretty quick. I mean, there's no smoke in the air. They'll just be over here dropping water, making sure that the wind's not going to kick it up again. Just got that new bell. Makes me happy. I need to get one for every bike. So instead of going on your left, I can go depending on what street I'm on or whatnot. Don't smell fire yet. So the fire is basically over. The helicopters are gone, which is what I wanted to take pictures of, unfortunately. But fortunately, because the fire's out. Anyway, Turbo Tero. Yes, class 3. As you saw in the last couple minutes of footage on the way up here, the way the bike performs does not change. However, the top speed does. The top speed for me, I'm a heavier guy, I'm a bigger guy. I can only really achieve the top speed when it's flat or when I'm going slightly downhill. There's no way I'm achieving top speed on an incline. But I wanted to make this video for people who are interested in getting a Turbo Tero because that was me. I really wanted class 3 and I decided to go with the Turbo Tero. In the end, I wasn't sad or let down or bummed with my decision because the slower speed like taught me to slow down. But now it's the perfect bike. It's perfect. And I'll tell you why and talk about my purchasing decisions and whatnot after we ride out of here and go to probably a park. But I just checked out where the fire was. Not much fire anymore. Found some good photo locations for setting up tripod shots of myself, which I've been wanting to do. And now I'm gonna go get a coffee. Let's hit 29. 21. 25. 27. 28. And the motor cut off. 29. But really at 29, like, you just want to coast. You know, kind of just want to rest and let gravity do the work. It is windy. And which way should we go? Should we do an epic, super fast downhill? Or go, let's do the downhill. We can make it more of a loop going back to the park. Such a beautiful fall day. Yeah, 17 going uphill. I mean, 17 uphill's great. It feels slow right now because I'm cruising at 20 to 25. Just kicked up again a little bit more, shift down. Faster cadence, less torque, more speed from the motor. The Specialized system is really interesting. It really loves that sweet spot of 70 to like 85 cadence on the pedals. And as long as you shift, right, like when you get into a stop sign, stoplight, you're not going to stress out the motor too much or the battery. It's like a car. Your car's engine was designed to hang out in between 2,000 to 3,000 RPM. And then we have a transmission to keep the motor at the same speed, but to keep the wheels going. And that's exactly what the bike is. We have the motor and the cranks, and then the chain and gears are the transmission. It is windy. We are also getting to the top of the hill, so there's also that. But holding 16 is pretty impressive. See what we get. Coasting on this downhill. Oh, it's windy. Never really gets old. Okay, we'll hold our speed. See, that's what I like. You can just pedal, get to a high speed, and then coast. You don't need to be pedaling the whole time if there's a slight downhill. Again, you gotta try to find all these different little places you can save energy, save battery, so that you can make your e-bike last longer. At least that's what I think. Pedaling for the last 500 meters would be a lot different than coasting for 500 meters. All right. Coffee time. Okay. So let me talk you through the thinking on my purchase of the Turbo Tero, getting a Specialized e-bike, and the features and specifications that I wanted. So as I alluded to earlier in the video, I really wanted a Class 3 e-bike, and I wanted a Class 3 e-bike because I really want to use this bike as a car replacement and to commute with it. To commute on an e-bike, I mean, as you could think, it is better to be faster if you're trying to really get somewhere. But there's a few things, right? So basically this put me in between the VADO and the Tero. And I was also looking at the VADO SL as a commuter. I had a bike that I was trading in for this e-bike, and that was a Specialized Epic Evo. So I wanted a bike that I knew could take on trails really well, and be a fairly good mountain bike. I didn't want a Levo because I didn't want the dual suspension because of the commuter aspect of wanting this bike. So the Levo was out of the question. The VADO SL I didn't feel like was powerful enough for me. I didn't feel like it was worth it. And the VADO, so the VADO and the Tero. The VADO is class 3, the Tero is class 2. And the VADO has 650B wheels, which are 27.5 inches, and the Tero has 29-inch wheels. Again, I wanted the 29-inch wheels. In my head, the bigger the wheel, the bigger the circumference, the efficiency per pedal in my head should be a little more than with a smaller circumference wheel. So I wanted the 29-inch wheels. That was big for me. I also, when I got this bike, I know I needed a rack, and because I wanted to use this to commute, I needed to carry a computer, I need to carry groceries, I need to be able to do things with this bike. So it's not on right now because I just threw it on my Diverge, but I have an Old Man Mountain Divide rack, and that has been so good for this. The other rack that Specialized makes for the Tero has integrated fenders, and living out in California, I don't really need fenders hardly at all. I did want the rack though because it had an integrated tail light, which you can see from the left, the right, and behind the bike, and I think that integrated tail light's super awesome. So I got an aftermarket rack, and a rack, that Old Man Mountain rack, has a through axle that goes through the bike, so I can put, I think like up to like 75 pounds on that rack, which is super cool. I've got a video coming up on it before the end of the year. I went down that train of thought because the VADO comes in an equipped version, right? And the equipped version has lights, it has fenders, and the VADO also comes in an internally geared hub version with a belt drive. The Tero, when it was released, said that they were gonna have a belt drive version with like Enviolo rear hubs. I haven't seen that in the market, which is kind of a bummer. I would definitely be interested if I could keep the gear range of this bike. I would love to put a belt drive on my Tero and use an internally geared hub, especially if I'm gonna go to any winter sort of areas. So I haven't seen an equipped version of the Tero like there is the VADO. It says that it exists on the Specialized website, and then there's an equipped Tero. There's an equipped Tero, there's an equipped VADO, but I haven't seen the equipped Tero in real life. So basically what I've done on my Tero is I've made it equipped, right? I added a rack, I added a front light, I need to add a back light that's always on. That's actually very important, and I need to do that soon. But I'm so glad that I bought the Turbo Tero even though it was class 1, because now I have the exact bike that I wanted. I have the exact specifications, the exact performance. Everything is exactly how I wanted, almost. There are still 2 upgrades that I want to do to this bike. One's that rear light, and then one is a Brooks seat, because I'm never really riding this in padded shorts or things like that. So this bike's almost finished. Definitely doesn't look almost finished because it doesn't have the rack on it right now. But I wanted to talk you through why I'm super stoked on the Tero, why I'm super glad that Specialized opened up the Tero to be class 3, because I really think this bike is the perfect commuter, cargo, mountain bike, the mix of utility and fun that someone like myself needs in a bike, right? It's a bike that, it's an N+1 bike. It's meaning it can do the work of a bunch of different bikes. And you want a bike killer in your quiver so that you don't have to have 15 bikes. So that's kind of it, you know? I'm super stoked on the Tero. I'm so glad it went to class 3. I hope this video helped you, you know, if you either want to do the upgrade or if you want a Turbo Tero. I don't know if they are going to ship in class 3. I bet they're not. I bet they're still gonna ship in class 1. And then it might be an option from your dealer to go to class 3. And in terms of riding on trails, I did ride on some trails today. Just don't go over 20 at all, right? I mean, you're on a trail, you're not. When I'm on a trail, it's really good to ride with people on an e-bike because you just put it in eco mode and just go the speed of everyone else. Just because you have an e-bike doesn't mean you need to always go at full speed. Anyway, that's about it. I hope you learned something today. I hope this video helped you make a purchase decision. I hope this video helped you, you know, decide if you want to open up your bike to class 3 or not. And I hope you really get a bike. You know, it's one of the things I really have found in life is that bikes are so much better than cars. I hate cars right now. It's just funny because on this YouTube channel I have a lot of Subaru car camping videos, and I just love going places and camping, and I'm switching up how I get there, and I'm getting there on the bike now. So anyway, hope you like this video. My name's Trent. If you haven't been here before, hope you consider clicking that subscribe button. I like to say one thing around here, and that is never stop chasing your curiosity. I have always chased my curiosity, followed what I'm interested in, and it has always done me well in life. So go out there, chase your passions, and I'll see you on the next video.